You can have a heater, a filter, a decent tank, and still slowly kill your betta. Because the real problems are not the obvious ones. They are the small details most people ignore. And those details are exactly what separate beginners from experts. If your betta has ever gotten sick for no clear reason, this video will explain why. Intro. Once you understand the basics of betta care, there is a second level that most people never reach. This is where your fish either begins to truly thrive or slowly decline over time. At this level, success is no longer about having the right equipment. It is about understanding stability, biology, and behavior at a deeper level. Section 1, Stability versus Perfection. Most beginners chase perfect numbers. Perfect pH, perfect temperature, perfect conditions. But experts focus on one thing instead: stability. A stable environment with slightly imperfect parameters is far better than constantly changing conditions. For example, a tank that stays consistently at 77 degrees is safer than one fluctuating between 75 and 80. A stable pH of 7.6 is better than constantly adjusting it to 7.0. Every time you change water chemistry too quickly, you stress your fish. And chronic stress is one of the biggest causes of disease. Section 2, Microstress and why it matters. Not all stress is obvious. Your betta may look fine, but still be under constant microstress. Common hidden stress factors include strong filter flow, too much light, no hiding spots, constant movement outside the tank, frequent tapping on the glass. These small stressors don't kill your fish immediately. But over time, they weaken the immune system. This is why many bettas suddenly get sick out of nowhere. It was building up all along. Section 3, Understanding Betta Behavior. To care for a betta like an expert, you need to read its behavior accurately. A betta is not just reacting randomly. Every movement has meaning. For example, glass surfing often indicates stress or poor environment. Hiding constantly suggests insecurity or illness. Laying at the bottom can indicate low energy, sickness, or poor water conditions. But here's the important part. Context matters. A betta resting occasionally is normal. A betta resting all day is a problem. Experts don't just look at behavior. They look at patterns over time. Section 4, Water Chemistry Beyond the Basics. Most people only test ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate. But advanced fish keepers go further. They monitor KH, carbonate hardness, GH, general hardness, buffering capacity. These affect how stable your pH is. If your KH is too low, your pH can suddenly crash. And a pH crash can kill fish very quickly. This is one of the most overlooked dangers in fish keeping. Section 5, Bioload and Invisible Limits. Every tank has a limit. This limit is called bioload. It represents how much waste your system can handle. Even if your tank looks clean, adding too many fish, overfeeding, or not maintaining properly can overload the system. When that happens, toxins rise, oxygen drops, bacteria balance is disrupted. Your betta may be the only fish, but poor habits can still overload the system. Section 6, Oxygen and Surface Access. Many people assume bettas don't need much oxygen because they can breathe air. That is only partially true. Bettas have a labyrinth organ, which allows them to breathe air from the surface. But they still rely on dissolved oxygen in the water. Poor oxygen levels lead to low energy, reduced immunity, slower recovery from illness. Good surface movement and proper tank design help maintain oxygen levels without creating stress. Section 7, Long-term Health versus Short-term Survival. A betta can survive poor conditions for weeks or months. But damage is happening internally. Organs weaken. Immune system declines. Lifespan shortens. Experts think long-term. Every decision is based on how it affects the fish over months and years, not just days. Section 8, Disease Prevention, not just treatment. Most beginners wait until the fish is sick. Experts prevent illness before it happens. Key prevention strategies. Stable water conditions. Proper diet. Low stress environment. Regular observation. A healthy betta rarely gets sick. And when it does, it recovers faster. Section 9, The Role of Routine. Fish thrive on consistency. Feeding at the same time each day. Maintaining a regular light cycle. Doing water changes on schedule. These routines reduce stress and improve overall health. Sudden changes, even if well-intended, can disrupt your fish. Section 10, Building a Professional Mindset. The biggest difference between beginners and experts is mindset. Beginners react to problems. Experts prevent them. Beginners look for quick fixes. Experts build stable systems. Once you shift your thinking, everything changes. Section 11, Betta Genetics and Why It Affects Health. Not all betta fish are created equal. Selective breeding has produced beautiful colors and long fins, but it has also introduced genetic weaknesses. Some bettas are naturally more fragile due to inbreeding. This means they get sick more easily. They have weaker immune systems. They are more sensitive to stress. Long-finned bettas, for example, often struggle more than short-fin types because their fins require more energy and are more prone to damage. As an advanced keeper, you need to adjust your care based on the type of betta you have. Stronger genetics still require good care, but weaker genetics demand even more stability and attention. Section 12, Lighting Strategy and its Impact. Lighting is often overlooked, but it plays a major role in your betta's health. Too much light can cause stress and algae growth. Too little light disrupts natural behavior. The ideal approach is 8 to 10 hours of consistent light per day. Complete darkness at night. Your betta follows a natural day-night cycle. Disrupting this cycle can lead to stress and behavioral issues. Also, avoid placing the tank in direct sunlight. This causes temperature spikes and uncontrolled algae growth. Lighting should be controlled, not random. Section 13, Substrate and its Hidden Role. The bottom of your tank does more than just look good. Substrate plays a role in beneficial bacteria growth, waste accumulation, plant health. Gravel allows debris to fall between gaps, which can lead to hidden waste buildup if not cleaned properly. Sand creates a cleaner surface but requires careful maintenance to avoid compacting. For advanced care, the key is not just choosing substrate but maintaining it consistently through proper cleaning techniques. A dirty substrate is one of the most overlooked sources of poor water quality. Section 14, Tank Mates and Social Stress. Bettas are often called aggressive, but the truth is more nuanced. They are territorial, not randomly aggressive. Adding tank mates introduces a new level of complexity. Competition for space. Stress from movement. Potential aggression. Even peaceful fish can stress a betta if the environment is not properly designed. If you choose to add tank mates, you must increase tank size. Provide hiding spots. Carefully observe behavior. In many cases, a single betta in a well-designed tank will live a calmer, healthier life. Advanced fish keeping is not about adding more fish. It is about creating balance. Section 15, Long-Term Maintenance Strategy. Most people think in days or weeks. Experts think in months and years. Long-term success comes from systems, not effort. You need a maintenance strategy that includes weekly water changes, regular filter maintenance, consistent feeding schedule, periodic deep cleaning of substrate. But here is the key. Never clean everything at once. If you replace all water, clean the filter completely, and disturb the substrate at the same time, you destroy beneficial bacteria. This can crash your tank and create dangerous conditions instantly. Always maintain balance when maintaining your tank. Final expert insight, optional add-on for video ending. At the highest level of fish keeping, success is not about doing more. It is about doing things consistently, correctly, and with purpose. Your betta does not need perfection. It needs stability, understanding, and patience. When you combine all of these, you are no longer just keeping a fish. You are creating a controlled ecosystem where life can thrive. Your betta is a reflection of its environment. If the environment is stable, clean, and low stress, your fish will show it. If something is wrong, your fish will show that too. The key is learning how to see it before it becomes a serious problem. Call to action. If this video gave you a deeper understanding of betta fish care, make sure to like the video so more people can avoid common mistakes. Subscribe to the channel if you want more advanced, no-nonsense aquarium guides. And if you truly value this kind of detailed content, you can support me directly by using the thanks button below the video. Your support helps me continue creating high-quality content and share real knowledge that actually makes a difference.